Knights Football Weekly on WKLM.
This week's Knights Football Preview being brought to you by Millersburg Electric. West Holmes went on the road last week in need of a big non-conference win, and they got it, with the defeating West Branch by a score of 56-34. With a couple of key players out, with the Knights that got a slow start in the first quarter, but thanks to the strong defense, they were able to get it going after a 7-0 lead after the first quarter, but the offense really got it going after that, Jake, after the first.
Yeah, it really did, with 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, including a drive to end the half in a minute 24 with a great pass from Clark to E-Step. Then 4 more touchdowns in the second half, including a 51-yard fumble recovery by Braden Myers that went to the end zone. It really was an impressive performance all around by the Knights.
It certainly was. 515 yards of offense that resulted in 2 touchdown passes and 5 run scorings, TDs as well, and a defensive score in that second half. The West Holmes really was able to get one on the board in multiple ways throughout the course of that game to snap that 2-game losing streak. For more on that win and a look at this week's OCC opponent, Ashland, we'll send it out to Brandon Bencher and Zach Gardner at West Holmes.
Thank you very much, Matt, and I do have the head coach here with me, Zach Gardner of the West Holmes Knights. And Coach, you guys had a terrific performance, especially offensively this last week against West Branch with that big win there. How big of it is it for the development of your young quarterback, Noah Clark, to be able to guide the offense the way that he did that last week?
It's huge. You know, he went out there and he controlled the tempo of the offense. And at the start of the game, his technique wasn't the way that we expect, but he went out there and he fixed his technique, and he went out and he threw all over him and ran all over him, and was just a great player on the field. So for Noah, it was a huge step for him to go out there and to play the position the way that we expect it to be played, and we're really proud of him.
And then now you guys are heading back into the OCC. You've got Ashland this week, a team that started off rough. They lost their first 4, but then in the last 4 weeks, they've won 3 out of those 4 under first-year head coach Sean Cedar. Just what are your thoughts about the Arrows going into this game?
Yeah, they played a really tough non-league schedule. That's something that has prepared them as they've entered OCC play. But this is a big game for us. They're a quality opponent. Don't let their record deceive you. We feel like we're playing better football and getting close to playing a full 48 minutes of execution for the way that we expect ourselves to play. And they're a quality program. We've played 2 really good games with them the last 2 years, and we expect nothing less from this Friday. But it's going to be big for our kids to go up there on their field and to compete with a team the caliber as this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time out to talk to us, and good luck in the matchup, Coach.
Thank you.
I've got Luke Vess here, and Luke, what was the biggest difference in the way that the offense performed this last week in order to get that win?
We executed way better, and our offensive line picked up our guys, and we made holes for our running back, and we protected our quarterback, and it led to a win.
We capitalized whenever we had the opportunities, and there's still a lot we got to start working on. We got to get better at. We still made a bunch of mistakes, so we can work on to get better.
We executed. That's the biggest thing. We made plays. We made lots of plays. Young guys got the ball and did what they needed to do, and it got momentum for us. It was great.
Our O-line did great and gave our quarterback time and opened up some run lanes for our running backs to execute and make big plays.
And I'm joined by Kerry Taylor from Millersburg Electric. Kerry, the 33rd Annual Fall Harvest Sale taking place on Tuesday, October 29th. What's going to happen?
Well, it's our biggest sale of the year, Matt. We're going to have 12 months same as cash, and we're going to do Black Friday pricing early, so we're going to give you that little jump on what's become Black November pricing.
All right, great pricing here. Get you ready for the holidays here coming up. And in addition to that, really great pricing on mattresses.
We have our mattress showroom is full of the Monarch, locally made Monarch brand mattress from the Monarch Bedding Company, 25% off for the one day only.
All right, so great sale right there. And I guess those folks that stop by through your showroom here lately, Kerry, give people maybe an idea what they're going to see here in your showroom.
Well, we keep adding brands. We brought on Whirlpool in a big way in the last year. We've added KitchenAid, and, of course, Thermador in our high-end. Speed Queen is quite popular, and the Speed Queen, through the end of the year, a promotion, 10 years full parts and labor warranty.
That is outstanding. You don't want to miss that. And also don't want to miss this Friday night. West Holmes, a lot of momentum after last winner for West Branch going into Ashland this Friday.
Oh, we wish the Knights the best of luck, and hopefully they can put up another 50 spot on the board there this Friday night.
Certainly hope that's the case. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Fall Harvest Sale. It'll be Tuesday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Millersburg Electric. West Holmes owns just a 4-12 all-time record against Ashland. However, one of those victories came last season in a 56-49 win in double overtime in Knight Stadium. In a game that was tied at 42 at the end of regulation, it would be Shane Jones, who would grab a 20-yard touchdown pass from Bridger Klein in that first overtime session. And then, of course, in the second overtime, it was Grady Hay who would get the clutch touchdown reception from 5 yards out to be the game winner for West Holmes in that 56-49 double overtime thriller. And Jake, considering the other 3 wins that West Holmes has gotten over Ashland were all decided by 6 or fewer points, along with a 1-point loss 2 seasons ago, there should be a nail-biter coming up here on Friday night.
And although legendary coach Scott Valentine stepped down, first-year coach Sean Cedar will still bring that spread attack into Friday night's matchup, as their quarterback Mitch Heilman has been really lighting up the scoreboard lately, throwing for 298 yards on 3 touchdown passes and 2 touchdown runs to account for all 5 of Ashland's scores in last week's 35-10 win at Lexington, plus multiple receiving threats with Eli White, Parker Hinkle, and Cade McQuaid all scoring last week.
And don't let the records fool you. With each team sporting a 3-5 record on the season, both teams really, when they get their offenses going, can really light it up here and score in high volume. So this really should be a fun one coming up at Community Stadium on Friday night. Don't miss all the action right here on FM 95.3 and WKLMFM.com. Our hometown football Friday night pregame show begins, as always, at 6 p.m. this Friday. So stay tuned for that. And also don't miss this nice football preview show this week and next week as well, as we close out this regular season for West Holmes. For Jake Glazier, also Zach Gardner and Brandon Bencher, I'm Mac Roy. This has been the WKLM Knights Football Weekly Preview Show, brought to you by Millersburg Electric.
Knights Football Weekly on WKLM.